Welcome to Seat Time, where we drink beer and talk about all the happenings with motorcycles.
Hey everyone, welcome to Seat Time. This is episode 38. I am Jason Schmidt.
And I am your typical other cohort, Brian Pierce, the little gentleman before us. Actually, he's much taller than I am, so I wouldn't even say little. Is Cole Kirkpatrick. I'm pretty sure that more of you guys recognize his face than you do ours, with or without a helmet on, because he's a little bit more important than we are. But you had class in the area? Was that kind of the deal?
I did have a shadowing class at Reach Local just down the road, and knew that you guys were filming tonight, so I figured I'd bring some Thunderbird Energetica bars and hang out for a little while. So
You're gonna feed my inner soul. What was the
yeah,
what's the
your
slogan?
spirit animal.
Spirit animal.
That's right.
We don't need to talk about my spirit animal right now. That guy's hiding. So thanks for coming. We appreciate the fact that you're here. I think that we do have some awesome news about one of our little boys over at the Hare and Hound. What happened over there, Mr. Jason?
Well, it didn't go, as always, if there's a Hare and Hound race, we always predict Kurt Caselli. That's not really a big shot.
It's like, wow, Caselli!
A little wrench in our usual predictions when Kendall Norman and the JCR Honda team showed up and won out.
Yeah, totally beat him.
That did not affect our boy. He ended up taking second in each round and, shockingly enough, pulling a second for the weekend. They really, that's one thing you have to love about Hare and Hound. It seems like their points lay out to where it's really easy to figure out who's going to get the overall for the day.
Yeah.
So, with Kendall taking all firsts, Caselli taking all seconds,
and Dash Rabbit taking all thirds.
All thirds.
He was there on the day.
You don't have to be a mathematician to figure this out. The good news was, though, that that second place for the day ended up giving him the series for the year.
Yeah, that's awesome, because this is Caselli's first overall championship for the Hare and Hound series. I don't know if he's ever actually followed the whole series like he has this year or not, but this is his first title. If this is his first year following the whole championship, congrats on him. But regardless, obviously, our boy Caselli was doing a pretty good job on that KTM.
Yeah, and I think I know that Kurt grew up racing in the desert, and
okay, well that would make a lot of sense.
He'd done that series, and then has done works for forever, it seems like. But I know going into the year, talking to him, he was excited about doing a different series, and a series like that where it's not as it's more just you and racing and the trail. You don't know what the trail's going to be like because you don't get to practice.
Right, and that's the whole idea about the Hare and Hound. They put the hare out there, and you're the hound, and you chase it down and figure it out. Boom! You don't know where the hare's going to go, do you? Absolutely none. But something that what's that?
Nothing.
You think you would have known? I like it. Let's go get this guy at 450 and put him out in the desert. Baja, here we come.
That's not at all what I said. Go ahead.
But it would have been much better in my brain. So we go way back more to the East Coast, and we had the GNCC at Powerline Park. There were a lot going on coming into this series. With Mullins and Strang and their points battle kind of going back and forth, with Stuart Baylor trying to figure out if he was going to kind of bring his consistency back and start getting some more wins. We really were kind of seeing what was going to happen. Well, Paul Whibley came out and got the whole shot, which has been pretty typical as of late for Paul Whibley. But one thing that showed was the fact that Caleb Russell's consistency has been paying off, and he's been on the podium a lot lately, but this time he finally reached the top step of the podium and got first place. So he beat out Charlie Mullins, he beat out Josh Strang, all the veterans of the XC1 GNCC class to get first place. Mullins was still in second, and who was in third? I have notes on this. And then Thad Duvall, our Yamaha buddy. Mullins, Duvall, they all kind of had issues. You got Buttrick, you got Strang, and Whibley. All those guys hit the mud a couple times, and I would so imagine that Russell did as well at some point. But he was most consistent. Apparently had over a minute lead when he came through and in front of Mullins. So, that says a lot about that consistency he's been having and just kept it going and being awesome. Stuart Baylor, XC2 class, he went flag to flag. He got the whole shot in the XC2 class and then won the race. And he didn't have to look back. He just went for it. And that's awesome to see him back on top. We've talked a lot with our friends from Fly Racing about him, and we're really happy that he's still going to win looks like he's going to win the championship. But to be back on top when he's going to win, really, or assume he's going to win.
He has things pretty much...
Pretty close.
It's rolling pretty well. Really psyched for him. Really psyched for Fly. Just good to see him back up on top.
Yeah.
And did you guys see on the post-race show, the battle that Thad and Paul had going into the last turn where
There was some banging that went on.
and
there, huh?
last week it was Paul and Nate Canny into the last turn, and I think and Paul ended up, beating out Nate, and then in this race it was Thad and Paul going.
Because that just didn't.
Neither one of them let off, and Thad had the inside line, and Paul ended up taking out this huge tree that was right before the finish line. It just goes to show how bad these guys are fighting for position. I mean, they raced for 3 hours, and neither one of them wanted to let off, and
Yeah.
unfortunately Paul went down, and Thad still ended up on the podium. So
Yeah, because Whibley was like down at the end. Like, he crossed the finish line and just collapsed. So that shows that those trees you hit, folks, they're made of wood. They don't move. And if they do move, it's still not going to be much.
All this talk of banging and guys going down has Jordan excited, so I'm going to change the subject over to the.
That's why I started
Graham
talking
Arena
about
Cross.
wood.
Yeah.
But, okay, quick though. Mullins, 26-point lead on Strange for the XC1 title, and Baylor has extended his lead to 38 points. That is pretty awesome going into it. For wanting Mullins and Baylor to win at this point, it could happen. Okay, Graham Arena Cross time.
Yeah, the Graham Arena Cross was held in
Graham.
Hide Your Shock, Graham, Texas.
Oh, where is
every
that?
year in
I don't know
October,
where that
Graham is about it's east of here, or I'm sorry, west of here a ways. It's out past Bridgeport a little bit.
Okay, I do know where Bridgeport is.
Yeah, every year in October, Third Day Productions holds 2 weekends back to back in a row at the Young County Arena out there. They set up an
Is
arena
that
cross
for
course.
18 under only at that arena?
No,
Young County?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, it's not pedophile
Not at
county
all.
arena.
Pretty
No,
close,
but yeah, they do get excited, but they turn them away, folks. It's okay. They're a
Go
bunch
ahead.
of vans with people driving with a fistful of suckers, and they
Those
tell
are
them, "No,
just sprinters."
That's not what this is about.
And they're clutch pedals, okay?
Yeah.
They're clutch levers.
Free candy, hook it up.
It's all about
No.
the racing.
They set up a pretty cool event there. I honestly wish I would have known about this and had a little bit more details about it, because after watching the course, talking to some folks that went out to the event, even my sorry ass would have gone out there and run this one. Because of the different levels that they bring in as far as the skill levels that they set up classes for, they make the course very forgiving, and it looks like it just would have been a great time. So keep an eye out for it next year. Our friend Cheyenne Harmon went out and won the pro class and also the Dash for Cash this last weekend. This most recent weekend, the previous weekend, the first weekend of the event, he actually took a little trip to the hospital because he rang his bell rather well. Check it out. That rhymed. Enjoy it.
Look at you go.
That's the type of extra options that I bring to the table. But no,
he
Cheyenne Harmon
only
did
wears underwear.
Oh, yes. Cheyenne ended up taking the pro win, the Dash for Cash, which actually Dash for Cash is kind of cool because they take it to the point that everyone is walking around through the stands with helmets trying to grab extra money for the payout. So, just a cool event.
Like the actual
Supposed to be-
riders?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, walking through. And apparently Cheyenne did rather well because he also had some phone numbers tossed in for him as well.
Woohoo!
So, yeah, he is.
I hope mine didn't make it in there.
Yeah, it gets kind of awkward. Brian had somebody drop his picture in there. He's posing it out.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be, but still.
Yeah, there are a lot of things wrong with that.
okay.
But watch the schedule for it next year. And apparently always rolls out in October, so keep an eye out for it and go support that event.
I like it. Have you ever done an arena cross?
no,
No, me neither.
I've spectated many times.
Watch
the
watch
same.
a
It's kind of
handful.
intense looking.
Oh, yeah.
It does look intense, but yeah, I mean, I've watched that video too, and I'd like to say, Bloody, that would be a course that I think I would like to ride on.
Yeah.
The whole racing aspect might make me cringe a little, but you know what? That's part of it. So.
I was always worried about running into cattle pens or a concrete wall.
Those
All
are
right, now you're just getting crazy.
yeah, those are
I'm
aspects
sure
of an arena
those-
cross you have to worry about.
I'm sure those are made out of Nerf material,
right,
and
you
it
bounce
just
right off
looks
of it.
intimidating.
The banners that cover the concrete wall have at least half an inch of styrofoam somewhere.
Oh
in there.
yeah, those are
At least. Okay, so we had round 11 of the TTCRA in Cleburne, Texas. After I talked to Shane Hesse a little bit, one of our buddies over from SMS Racing, and he was saying that the track was actually nice and sandy on Saturday. But obviously, since we hadn't had rain in a long time up till Saturday evening, the track needed some rain. It got it from rained from about 5 p.m. to 10 a.m. It was 5 p.m. Saturday night through to 10 a.m. Sunday morning. So they got a lot of rain. I think that's even into the first race. So at that point, though, by the end of the day, the track had it had been cut a little ruddy, a little muddy, but it said that it actually tacked up pretty nice. And they had some really good battles going on. I think you've got a little bit more information because you got to talk to Cameron and Caleb.
Yeah,
a
I
little?
I haven't talked to Caleb, but I talked to Cameron this morning. He
Okay.
said the same thing that you did. They started in the rain. He said it, shut off just like you said around 10, and for the most part, Cameron said about 80% of the track was really good, tacky. And he also said that he was super excited to wrap up the championship, and that he and Caleb traded positions numerous times, and that he had one of the most fun days racing that he'd had in a long time. So that was cool to hear, and I was
That's
excited for him that he won the championship because he's been racing that series for a long time, and
Yeah.
he's working hard. So
And
that
this
was
is-
really cool.
I hate to say that I haven't looked this up, but is this his first TCCRA pro championship?
I think
know he
so.
got his first Toro one
Yep.
this past year.
So
and
he's
now
got
his
he's
first-
got two pretty big championships in Texas
absolutely,
this year.
and
He's got to be excited.
still in contention for the Torn
Right.
with Austin Henderson. Him and Austin Henderson are going back. So congratulations, Cameron Ishmael, on your new TCCRA title. That is awesome. They've still got one race left to go, and he's already wrapped it up.
Yep. Takes
That-
the pressure off.
That is really good. But we had another race that you went and did that was kind of a mud race. We had round 10 of the Torque Series out at the Gortz. How do you even say it? We've just
Gertz Ranch.
Gertz Ranch. We've guessed and made fun of that so many
We have
times.
tried every possible way to pronounce
I don't
it.
even think Gertz came
Each
out of us
time-
though.
I think it did.
Maybe.
It was one of the early incarnations, and after that, we had a list, and we just mark it off. All right, we're going to try this one next time.
Yeah.
All right, one of these has to be
Is
right.
that a W in there? That'll make it fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is your turn to just make it
All right,
make it rain.
We went down
Again.
to Austin, stayed with some friends that live there. Made it a 3-day weekend. It's always fun. We do mountain biking usually, and then headed out to the race on Saturday, and it was extremely dry. But the forecast called for rain, and we sprinkled a little bit off and on Saturday, kind of teased us. And I was hoping it would rain some, and hoped a little bit too much, and it rained and wouldn't stop. And
That's a lot of rain.
the pro race started. It was delayed an hour. Everything was, and Gil and the whole Torx crew did a good job rerouting the course and making it where it was where you could get around it, because the dirt down there, part of it's sandy, but a lot of it's really hard packed, and it rains and it just forms like pudding on top.
Right.
It doesn't.
Goose
and then,
snot.
yeah, exactly. And you just slide around. So we started in the late afternoon and raced for 70 minutes, and Josh Young got the whole shot, and none of us had done a parade lap or practice on the changes they'd made to the course.
yeah.
And luckily I was in second. I was getting roosted and pulling tear-offs like crazy, but he blew a turn, and luckily my enduro riding, paid off because I could see the arrows, and I was able to get in the lead. And
Yep.
luckily the rest of the race went pretty smooth. Never fell, which was lucky because it would have been hard on the gloves and grips and everything. But was able to win, and then the Torx crew did a good job handling the situation, the rain and everything.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, obviously, congratulations. It seemed like a while that we've seen you at one of the local cross country races. We know you were following the National Enduro Series for a little while and stuff like that. We did notice with some of the pictures that it seems like you're back on a KTM. So is there any kind of some background on that, or just
Yeah, after the National Enduro Series ended a couple weeks ago, and I hadn't planned on doing the whole National Enduro Series again. So the relationship with Gas, those guys have been great all year. Were really fun to work with, and it just, since we weren't doing the Nationals next year, it didn't really make sense to continue on.
Right.
And so my dad and Neil Tucker at Cycle Shack, they prepped one of my brother's 250s from last year, and the bike was sweet. It worked great, and it was really fun to be back at a local race.
I
And
bet.
just seeing everybody, because most of the year's been devoted to the National Enduro Series, and it's always fun to race close to home.
Right. No, absolutely. You've been doing a lot of mountain biking too. So I mean, I know that there are a lot of people that follow you on Twitter. I see them responding to you responding to them talking back to you, like, kind of wondering where this mountain bike career is going for you and stuff like that. Like, you've been doing really well. So is this a new avenue? What's the
I
mountain
don't-
bike? Is
you know,
it just a fad?
I think it's not just a fad. I mean, I really like it. It's turning kind of into a lifestyle, because I pedal about 30 minutes to class each way every day, and I've always bicycled as part of training with motorcycles, and
Yeah.
it's just there's a pretty big following in Denton, a lot of really good people to ride with, and
They don't
Santa
have
Cruz
these.
bikes, I love them. And, yeah. once that foothills, you're gonna have to come ride and take care of that. But
Have to
no, we're
drink more
doing-
to get over the pain.
doing mountain biking, and that's fun too. But after this month, we have a collegiate mountain bike national championships in Angel Fire at the end of the month. The UNT team, that should be good. And then after that, I plan on just doing the Toro Winter Series. So
Nice.
I'm excited to be doing that again because last year I missed it when I had shoulder surgery.
Yeah, oh, that's right. That's why you were out. Well, I know that Jason and I are going to be at a couple of races. Actually, I'm going to be at a lot of them. I know that Jason's going to be at a couple of them. We talked about a little bit of that. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at some of them. I have no idea when this ankle is going to be ready to go. But
Hopefully
regardless, I'm going to just try to keep on charging forward and goofing off. But
You could do the Jackie Chan. You remember one of those old videos? He had like a rubber sock or a rubber whatever. You could just get like a rubber fake boot that goes over that.
I mean, they make magnums, but I don't know if they get them that big. So, but
We have someone to consult, but there are things coming up here for the next weekend.
Jordan? We have to consult Jordan?
No.
You were
no.
there?
No.
No, that's just Vegas.
Here comes the derailment.
Yeah, exactly.
Choo choo! Hey man, I'm okay with it.
All right, well, this weekend is something that I've been looking forward to greatly, the Monster Cup. And I know that people will throw it under the bus saying that it's this random-ass manufactured event. Okay,
is.
it's in the middle of the off-season. Give me as many random-ass manufactured events as you like.
Yeah.
Just that hybrid track thrown together by McGrath and the GOAT.
Carmichael?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I'm curious. All the names are showing up to run it.
Except Stewart.
Well, yeah, but he's doing the drama queen move of releasing press releases saying that no, I'm not. I'm not going to do it, and then trying to throw out teasing tweets. Yeah.
Yeah.
no, stop it.
Tease on this tweeter.
Yeah. No, your reality show. Please don't try to drum up drama for that. That's
Yeah.
horrible.
I'm
don't
done.
do that.
Fuel
man.
TV, please cancel it.
That or just take your career a little bit more seriously. I mean, it sucks to see someone that's one of the very top names
Still
doing
pulling
something
$10
like
million
that.
for not racing.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I'm
That's what you make, right?
Something like that.
yeah, yeah. I'm waiting for that day. I'm just halfway there. No, but yeah, make sure to watch Speed this weekend as they'll have live coverage.
I know
on
it's kind
Saturday
of
night.
so. It's going to be. They have 3 main events,
Yeah.
and it says that it's starting at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So that's 9 for us. Am I right? It's Central. So I mean,
Yes.
3 main events starting at
Yes.
9 p.m. That's late. That's like
Yeah, that's gonna
be a
run-
long event. It's only 7 o'clock in Vegas, so I mean
Yeah,
that's gonna be a long
I'm
night.
gonna mix in a nap. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
To be ready. To
So
go
we don't.
through
I don't
all
know
of
if
its fun
they may
racing
be 20
enjoyment.
minutes and maybe 30 minutes of. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're 20 laps or whatever. But still, so if you win all 3 events, you make $1 million. I doubt
Yeah.
it's going to happen because at this point, if somebody does win 2, I think there's going to be 19 guys trying to make sure that the 20th guy doesn't win $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. It turns into
We'll see.
who's the biggest jerk at that point.
Yeah.
No, we also have the next round of the Works Race Series, Adelanto, California, and
With Race Town
Caselli is
395,
working on
I don't even
another
know where that
Works title this year, trying to make it 2 title sweeps for 2011, and Taylor Robert and the ageless Mike Brown are always in contention.
Brownie!
But of course, since Caselli is there, we have to pull for him.
Yes, I agree. And then we've got round 9 of the Torn Series in Dublin, Texas this weekend, which is Southworth
Of Fort West.
It's not Worthless. It's Southworth of Fort Worth. We know that we got Austin Henderson and Cameron Ishmael right now. They kind of have like the points battle, but then Caleb Ramsey is still in there. I mean, he could kind of come in and he can obviously ride. He can do the damage and he could take points away from people. So I know that he's going to be in there and he could make it interesting. So and we've got rain. That rain that we got this week is definitely last weekend is definitely going to last through to this weekend. So.
Yeah, no one's going to know what to do when you're on a straight and you can actually see in front of yourself because there's not a cloud of dust that'll kill 12 people. It's going to be confusing.
Yes.
And I hope everyone's prepared.
I think it's going to be interesting to say the least. And I'm looking forward to hearing what the results are. What are you looking forward to this weekend? You got anything big going on?
Mountain bike race.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's a collegiate one in Warda.
Warda,
Yeah,
Texas?
yeah.
I've been there.
be
Nice.
good.
And then I think that Vegas was telling me there's like some hood rat race this weekend. Some
Yeah, there's a
100-mile mountain bike
100-mile
race.
mountain bike race through Dallas.
What?
Yeah, you know, all of the Oak
We
Cliff.
go get on the internet
We
and
just
figure
found out
out
about it.
what that
What is
is.
this
And,
internet you talk of?
It's the trails in Oak Cliff, the trails in Cedar Hills, and all of them looped together with sections of road. It comes out to being 64 miles of trail and like 35 of road. And
So
you just start
buy a
one.
29er.
Why? I haven't
Yeah.
seen this.
Well,
My plans may have just changed.
yeah. Well, you have to be a serious baller to know about these sort of things. I know.
Yeah, the
you
Hood
with
Rat
your
series.
pro racing scene. I don't know. No, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be a.
You
pretty
might
cool
be in
little
too
scene.
good a shape for this. They're gonna start making
Yeah.
you drink a beer at every new trailhead.
Can you believe Vegas was trying to get me that up for that? I was like, "What did I do to you, man? Why did you want me?"
on a mountain bike, asshole.
That was long.
And I was like, dude, I've got a number one, I'm in heinous shape. Number two, I have a single speed. What did I do to you? I thought we were tight.
like me?
Why don't you just set me on fire or something?
We could do that this weekend
Yeah.
while we're watching the Monster Energy Cup.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's real cool. I'm gonna feel great when I don't finish the first trail.
Yeah. Oh, and if we have a public viewing area for the Monster Energy Cup, we'll post it up and let everybody know about it. But places you would find that kind of stuff is at our website at seattime.co. On Facebook, you can find us at facebook.com/seattime. And as well, if you were to tweet all of our Twitters, you would have a good old time following us at seattime_co. I just screwed that up for the first time in 38 episodes.
Yeah, it happens.
Maybe the second time.
Happens to the best of us.
But Cole, if people were to follow you, where would they find you at?
Twitter at Cole Kirkpatrick. My blog is kirkpatrickracing.com.
Boom.
And Facebook's just Cole Kirkpatrick.
Yep. If you want to tweet his tweets
See
and
what's going
follow
on
his
in
face
my
on his
world.
book, then there it is. Also, we have pint glasses available at the Seat Time. If you would like to awesomely drink awesome, unlike we are doing tonight with our beer bottles, you could go. That is totally empty. That is horrible. Oh, the one between my legs. I got it. You could go ahead and buy
That
a
one
pint
looks
glass
sick.
from it. It's good. I always just find it between my legs. It's random. Seattime.bigcartel.com is where you can find our pint glasses. They're available for $10. I have to say, it was really good to have somebody else in the show. I think it was interesting banter.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it goes from here, and if Cole ever wants to come back, I doubt it because he doesn't drink. But we'll see. So, Cole, thanks for being here. We
Oh, it
really
was fun.
appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks, man. Always good to has you.
Yeah. Hey,
Good hanging out with you guys.
and make sure next time you enjoy any kind of adult beverage, you enjoy it with a pint full of awesome. Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
See you.
Hey, what kind of underwear do you have on?
Me?
Yeah. What color?
White.
Episode 38. Cole wears white underwear.
Right on.
Depends
Depends
on the day of the
everything's going right now.